What's going on, Arizona sports fan family? Appreciate you guys for stopping in. Today, the Arizona Cardinals completely annihilated the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, granted, it is week 1 of the preseason, right? We're not supposed to get too hyped up about our team, but my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen today a team that completely just dominated and saw a lot of people fighting for some spots. Let's dive right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Roll that intro. Alright everybody, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what I want to talk about is basically Cincinnati Bengals versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now, before we get started, if you notice a black helmet right there, yes, I ended up purchasing the alternate helmet for the Arizona Cardinals yesterday, I believe it was. If you want to see the video and how I purchased it and where I purchased it, I'm going to go ahead and post it in the description of this video. Check out my second channel and go ahead and subscribe as well. Now, if this is your first time here on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube, highly recommend you subscribe to this channel as well. We're on the road to 10K and I can't do it without you guys. But let's get started about, talking about Cincinnati Bengals versus the Arizona Cardinals, week 1 of preseason. I get it, right? A lot of people just don't want to get too high on this game, especially because it's preseason. But what I saw today was, I saw a lot of players fighting for a position. I saw culture. I saw leadership in the sidelines. Kyler Murray, James Conner, everybody hyping up these young players whenever they made a play, which is really exciting on its own, ladies and gentlemen. The time that I'm actually recording this video right now is actually halftime of this game. Now, granted, I really wanted to pay attention to quarter 1 and quarter 2. Now, I'm going to finish quarter 3 and quarter 4, but when it comes down to it, the big majority of players I wanted to see were the players obviously playing in quarter 1, quarter 2, and we've seen some really good things. Now, going into the half, the Arizona Cardinals, like I said, dominated 23-9 before going into the third quarter, and I actually did see Jarrett Guarantano, the 4th string quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, get another touchdown as well. So it's just an annihilation overall. The Arizona Cardinals came to play regardless if it's a preseason game. They wanted to win this game. Now, a few different things to talk about on this game. Andre Baracelli, hopefully I didn't butcher his name, but he ended up having the touchdown for Trace McSorley, and he ended up getting hurt with a leg injury. He was ruled out for the entirety of the game, which is definitely unfortunate, right? You see some players on here that really try to fight for a position, and he was having a pretty decent game, and it sucks that it got cut short. But let's talk about the big elephant in the room, man. Trace McSorley fighting for the number 3 spot in, the quarterback group for the 2022 season, and he had a very, very good game today, ladies and gentlemen. He had some spectacular plays. Now, looking at his stats, he was 13 out of 22, 163 yards, and then 1 touchdown. Now, he actually did participate with his legs as well. He had 4 carries and 32 yards along with that. Now, the rest of the touchdowns came from our 3rd string running back, Jonathan Ward. Now, he only had 6 carries and 15 yards, but he got 2 touchdowns, ladies and gentlemen. First half, we saw a good majority of Eno Benjamin and Jonathan Ward. They pretty much just kind of swapped back and forth throughout the different drives coming in and out. Jonathan Ward was the guy that, was given the ball when they were in the red zone, so he took advantage of his opportunity there. But Eno Benjamin did have some flashes here and there. Didn't do anything spectacular in this game, but didn't get a lot of opportunity either, right? 5 carries, 14 yards, nothing too crazy there. One player I obviously want to talk about, and we've been talking about on this channel for days now, is Greg Dortch. Guys, this guy is the real deal. He needs to make the 53-man roster. Now, I put my eggs in all of this basket here. I want him to be our 4th string wide receiver. Now, I know we're not going to be in that world because of the way that everything shakes out, especially with, DeAndre Hopkins coming back, but dang, man, we saw some great plays from Greg Dortch. Now, looking at his specific stats, Greg Dortch had 4 receptions and 53 yards, but it's not just the 4 reception and 53 yards, it's the way that it happened. And not only that, in the second half, he almost had a punt return touchdown. He unfortunately got cut short, and that's where Jarrett Guarantano ended up making the touchdown in the second half. But just the elusiveness of what Greg Dortch can do just really sparks excitement. It sparks just, I don't know, an extra level of juice in this wide receiving core because he wants a spot. He wants at least a 53-man roster spot, but he is coming for a spot in that wide receiving group as well, ladies and gentlemen. So overall, just really exciting, guys. I'm super excited about the way that this preseason ended up shaking out. Now, a few different things that I also wanted to point out. There was some starters that actually started in this game. Will Hernandez, the guard, I think he had a pretty decent game. Zaven Collins was there as well. Marco Wilson were the ones that really kind of stood out to me. Like I said, Will Hernandez did good. Marco Wilson and Zaven Collins. They need more reps. I'm just going to say that right now, right here and now, they need more reps. And that really kind of leads me to concern that we need to really start looking in the cornerback role. Now, I think the idea and the plan for this Arizona Cardinal team was, let's take a look to see what these young guys can do, right? And in the cornerback role, nobody really stood out at all. But in the edge position, there was one player that did stood out, and that's Victor Dimikici. Now, and I completely butchered his name, and I apologize. 2 sacks, ladies and gentlemen. 2 sacks he ended up providing for the Arizona Cardinal defense. There was also a forced fumble by Joe Walker as well, and he ended up recovering that fumble, I believe. I ended up kind of walking away from the TV and something happened, but I believe it was Joe Walker. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But overall, just really good. I love the juice. I love the excitement that's coming from this Arizona Cardinal team. Who cares if it's preseason, right? Let's bring it on, ladies and gentlemen. Football is back. You guys should be excited because I am absolutely stoked about it. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. Smack that like button and have a great rest of your day.